Oh, yeah.
Brought to you by
Finally back.
Cleveland Whiskey. Finally back after an unintended hiatus. And a live one to boot. Always the best when they're live. I can't imagine that it's unusual to wake up to the sound of gunfire out in Tuscarawas County. But a guy...
Some people fall asleep to it.
That's right.
It relaxes them.
Tuscarawas County.
Tuscarawas.
Tuscarawas County.
Tuscarawas?
Tuscarawas?
Tuscarawas.
And there's a 79-year-old guy out there, I think. You know, bald eagles aren't endangered anymore. There was a time when they were. But they're still protected. And there's a 79-year-old guy out there named David Huff who shot a bald eagle from 100 feet. And then he dragged it into the tree line. And a witness ratted him out. So if you're out there and you wait, you know, depending on where you live, gunfire might not be a strange occurrence. Now, I don't think he was out there shooting. He probably had a shotgun, a rifle. If you're in the city, you're not going to hear a lot of rifles. Out there, you're probably going to hear them all the time. And this guy, these are birds of prey. I don't know if raptors, right? Is what they call them?
They're actually now called birds of thoughts and prayer.
Birds of thought and prey. This guy shot and killed a bald eagle, and somebody ratted him out.
Good.
And so he's got to pay $10,000 to the Fish and Wildlife Service.
What's he doing shooting a bald eagle?
Well, like I said, it's a bird of prey. Maybe he's got dogs out there. I don't know.
I don't know.
You
don't need to shoot a
bald eagles, man. They can. Maybe this guy's got like a chihuahua or something.
There's one that lives right by my condo, and I'll see it flying by the window from time to time, and it's awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen a bald eagle in person.
They're huge.
Yeah.
Massive wingspan. They've got, so this guy takes one down, and now he's got to pay like $10,000. His rifle's going to be destroyed, and he can't hunt for 5 years. I wonder who turned him in.
Snitches.
Right?
Snitches.
Snitches. He said he thought he was shooting a hawk. But they're like, even if that's true, like it doesn't get you off the hook.
Can you know the difference? What does a hawk look like? Now I got.
Well, apparently this guy, I mean, if you take this guy at his word, and I would think there's probably no other reason that he would shoot a bald eagle unless he thought it was another bird. Like, why would you,
But why are you shooting a hawk even?
Because you're out there in the middle of nowhere, and that's what people do, is he's got a gun and he's shooting at birds and whatever. And so they're like, oh, he regrets it. It was a lapse in judgment, whatever. He was prosecuted under the Bald Eagle and Golden Eagle Protection Act of 1940. If he had killed it during breeding season, he would have been charged with a felony. So I guess he got a little lucky. I don't know why he shot it thinking it was a hawk in the first place. But like they always say, ignorance is no excuse.
Right.
Unless, of course, you tried to overthrow the government. And then, of course, pretending that you don't know anything seems to be the leading excuse. But for the regular guy out in Tuscarawas County, he got somebody turned him in, busted him for killing a bald eagle.
These eagles, forget that. Man, these eagles always look pissed. Like every single picture, they're never.
Yeah, because everybody's been calling him bald the whole time, and they clearly have a full head of feathers.
Their eyes look like, why are you looking at me? Like they're
look like big birds.
They have an attitude.
But wouldn't you?
No.
They're like,
we
were endangered because people wouldn't stop trying to kill us.
They don't know that they're protected.
Yes, they do.
No, they don't.
That says, I know I'm protected.
So they're not as rare as they used to be because of conservation efforts. Back in the 60s, there were like a couple hundred of them.
That's crazy.
Whoa.
And now there's a lot of them. Huh?
Just a couple hundred?
Yeah. That's why they were protected. Because people were killing them.
And doing what with
And they can live for a long time, by the way. Bald eagles can live like 25 years.
Yeah.
But if this guy thought it was a hawk and it was going to come down and... I had a seagull in the Bahamas take a hot dog right out of my butt and fly away. It's a good thing I didn't have a firearm with me. I would have shot it right there on the beach.
What is their... who are they prey to?
Probably Vishnu. What?
Who are they prey to?
Who are their predators?
Who are their predators?
Yeah, who eats them?
Don't know.
I don't think they have a lot of predators.
No, because they can swoop down and, they're... I don't know where they are in the chain.
A bear's not trying to eat an eagle.
That would be that would be the most American thing ever. We don't have any more bald eagles left because we killed them all. We shot them
But
all.
that's true of a lot of animals. That's
Like-
why some animals end up protected, because they're like, you people can't keep it together.
But they're not an American symbol. Like that is our national symbol for freedom and democracy.
But I mean,
and we
that's
shot
all.
it all. We killed it.
Symbols are just symbols.
It doesn't. Okay, but like you don't see people burn.
They
flag
shoot
in protest
turkeys.
because
There's that. I think it's apocryphal, but there's that story that Benjamin Franklin wanted the turkey to be the national bird. We kill those all the time. Imagine if the country was. Imagine if we had, if in an alternate multiverse, if that were true, and we had bald eagles for Thanksgiving every year.
We had bald eagles for Thanksgiving, and then all the flags on the back, or like all the window stickers on the back of F-150s were turkeys
instead of eagles. Sure.
Turkeys are crazy though. When you see like a wild turkey just wandering around, it is so much bigger than you think it's going to be. Mm-hmm. Turkeys are large.
There's a bald eagle. So this guy said, I thought it was a
hawk.
I thought it was a hawk, right? So, but he's still got to pay $10,000. I imagine the guy sounded like my dad from the Alexa, right?
Tell him this is your father speaking from the Alexa.
I got $1,000 to give to you. It's the last keyword you're going to get this week and today to go fuel yourself. $1,000 with each one of these keywords. So listen closely, and I hope you win.
The Buzzard wants you to go fuel yourself and score $1,000. Enter the nationwide keyword BANK at WMMS.com. That's BANK. Enter it now at WMMS.com. And good luck from Buzzard Radio.
How are buzzards doing on the endangered list, on the threatened list, on the protected list? Sure. How are buzzards, the common buzzards, how are they doing? That's a bird of prey, too.
Yeah, I don't think...
Are they protected? Would I get a $10,000 fine for shooting a buzzard? Especially the one with the mullet.
Like the one that's dressed up like a superhero.
Or driving a car.
And the spiky hair.
And they're so versatile.
With the ponytail.
The one that's grabbing the skateboard in the mid-90s?
Yeah.
Because that's what the kids were doing. Hey, Ricardo.
Hey, Alan, how are you?
What's going on?
Not much. My respects on the passing of Papa Cox.
Hey, thanks.
Mr. Bill, how are you?
I'm good. I'm very good.
Hey, real quick, man. So the reason why the eagles are protected is because there was an active ingredient on an insecticide back in the era, Vietnam and whatnot, that affected the shell of the eggs. So the population started to go down. Not necessarily hunting.
Oh, really?
Because it's always been the American eagle. So it's something along those lines. DCT or something like that. I can't remember the right name of it. But that's the problem. That's
DDT.
with those beauties. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
hey,
DDT. I see.
Now you remember, right?
Yeah. Okay. So like Agent Orange for bald eagles. What we did to those poor Vietnam veterans, we were doing to the bald eagle in the 70s.
Right, exactly. Along those lines. So I figure I chimed in with a little, useless knowledge there. And,
yeah, of course.
To you guys and hope everything's good.
There's no knowledge that's useless. Thank you, Ricardo. I appreciate it. The bald eagle had all but disappeared from Virginia in the 70s. The culprit was DDT. The pesticide prevented the eagles from reproducing successfully by weakening their offspring's eggshells. Exactly what Ricardo just said.
In more eagle news, there's a lady that fought off a bald eagle to save a pet goose while she was breastfeeding.
What?
So she's got a kid on her teat. She's running over to save a goose that's apparently their pet, and it's because the goose is about to get taken away by a bald eagle.
Wow.
Yeah.
See breastfeeding mom save pet goose from bald eagle.
Wearing only her underwear and clutching
Holy cow.
a feeding 4-month-old baby, the mom chased after the eagle to save her goose.
It's wild. Yeah, she got like a ponytail. She's wearing some underwear.
Where's the video?
Right, CNN. Wow, how about that? It's like the guy that's holding his kid at the ball game and he catches the foul ball and still holds onto the beer. Breastfeeding mom save pet goose from bald eagle.
There it is.
That's what you get for having a pet goose. I don't care what anybody says. Geese are a pain in the ass. And you want a pet goose. Of course, this is already a woman who's like running around topless. She's breastfeeding, so you know.
And she lives in the country.
Yeah, lives in the country, so she's like already
She's just-
super granola.
yeah.
And
Well, she's all she's wearing is a pair of underwear. Just having a nice day, and then all of a sudden you got to save your goose.
That's me. Yeah, thank you.
But Frankie herself almost became nibbles for a bald eagle. The eagle came swooping out of the sky and grabbed the goose until a veritable human mother goose ran to the rescue. Can you describe what you were wearing?
I was wearing my husband's Costco brand boxers.
Kate Oakley of Vancouver Island in British Columbia, Canada, was breastfeeding her baby daughter when she heard her pet.
oh, I see. So there's like they're using like photos of her breastfeeding from Twitter. So she's like a Canadian influencer or something.
Must be. But the video of her running out is pretty funny because one of her butt cheeks is hanging out.
Right.
Like
Well, that's what's always so humorous about these kinds of kicker stories is that these people are trying so hard to go viral for other things, and then they end up going viral for something stupid like this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sure she's taking nonstop photos of herself topless and breastfeeding, and putting them on Instagram or whatever.
So was she
in her wicker chair, and then here she's on CNN because she runs out with a boobie hanging out chasing a goose.
I want to know this.
Bald eagle.
Do a lot of women wear their significant other, like if they're with a man, are they wearing his underwear?
I mean, I've always had, at one time or another, I've always had girlfriends and wives wear like boxers of mine, like boxer briefs. Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
if they're just like kicking around, I think that's if like you don't want to wear pants, but you're not going to walk around in like skimpy little. You're not going to kick around the house in a thong or in like, little airy shorts or something.
Some girls do.
Some do. But I think if you're sitting there breastfeeding, you probably just want to be, I don't know.
Yeah, I just didn't think that was that common. That's not something I've experienced.
Hey, William, hello.
Hello, how are we doing today?
What's going on, William?
First time caller here.
Hey, I like first-time callers. Welcome.
Anyway, to comment on the bald eagles, I live right down here on the edge of the Portage Lakes area, and we have quite a few of them around here. You don't always see them. Unless you see a big, bright white head flying by you, that's pretty obvious. But in the mornings, you can walk out at the edge of the lake, and you have every animal in the world out there making all kinds of noise and ruckus.
Why do you surmise, William, that a guy would be shooting at, if he thought it was a hawk, why would he be shooting at the hawk?
That's a real good question, too.
Yeah. But you're not out there shooting at hawks, are you?
No.
Yeah.
No, I used to hunt quite a bit, but is and what should not be.
Yeah, because this guy dragged it into the tree line and somebody ratted him out, so it sounded like he was doing something that, even if he thought it was a hawk, maybe something he shouldn't have been doing, or I don't know what. But yeah,
down at Portage Lakes, you're shooting your shot. You're not shooting at hawks.
So, William, is it just like a cacophony of wildlife where you live?
Well, you got everything out here from fishhawks, ospreys, herons, swans.
Yeah.
There's deer, coyote out here. There's all kinds of stuff around here.
How about them pterodactyls that Poundcake's mom swears she saw out that way? Anything like that?
Yeah, no shortage of those.
No shortage of pterodactyls, right.
Yeah, they're hanging out in dead trees on the edge of the lake.
Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you, William. I appreciate it. I've got to move on here. I got to take a break. If you are on hold, I'll get you on the way back. If you are listening on the iHeartRadio app, you can leave us messages there and listen anywhere, and we'll be back.
The Alan Cox Show.